What's King Charles done? He's been old with a crown on. Good for him. I mean, that's my goal in life. But
I guess he's only got one album, like he's, and like,
he just doesn't have the body of work.
yeah, people argue he's been in the scene a long time.
Mm.
But like, does it really matter if you're not on a label? Like, and like, yeah, we can have that conversation about like unsigned or signed, but
He has
like,
some underground hits. He has like there's certain clubs you go to where they're really rocking with
yeah,
King Charles.
yeah, yeah. They call themselves the Kingsmen.
Are you excited for him to come to Ottawa?
You know what you know what? No, but, but, I know as a true Ottawa citizen, it's just gonna make traffic awful.
It's so bad. I remember when Joe Biden came to Ottawa and I had like not slept the night before and I had to go work downtown. And so I was tired enough that I looked at everyone with suspicion. And
Yeah,
immediately I get home and see a guy with the biggest gun I've ever seen just hanging out in the train
yeah, man.
station. And I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
I am I breaking the law right now? Is that
Is
what
it
I'm
me?
doing by accident? And I don't think I broke the law that day, but I definitely was sweating so much that the guy with a gun noticed.
I feel like I've never held a gun, let alone like an assault rifle. Um, and so I don't know what kind of thoughts go through your head when you hold one, but I imagine that that fellow thought he should shoot you.
And I
Just
agree. I think he should have. I was clearly a threat to the president.
you probably looked like a national security. You would impeach on someone's security nationally.
100%. I mean, I then got to work and then like I was there for 3 hours and then someone came up to me and they're like, "Isn't it weird that there's security all over the place?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Oh yeah, all those guys with big vests and guns." I was like, "I thought they were hanging. I didn't notice
Oh,
the
I thought they were.
guns."
Yeah.
Oh
What are they doing?
no.
Is Biden going? What? Because what job was that at the time?
I was working at the National Arts Center. I was selling
Right.
t-shirts in French and English.
I thought this was when you had like your short stint at the escape factory or whatever, and it was like Joe Biden was walking through the escape like, yeah,
Yeah,
I,
I worked in an escape room for like 4 months, and the only thing I ever look back on fondly is one time we had to run a room, and there was a couple who was doing the room, and they arrived, and I was like, "Oh, have you guys done escape rooms before? Like, do you know the rules? Have you done all this before?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, we've done a bunch of them." And I was like, "Oh, you guys are professionals."
yeah,
You know, the line that you have.
of course.
And they were like, "Oh no, we've never gotten out before." And I was like, "Oh, that's
Oh yeah.
you've done a lot of them and never gotten out before? Okay, well let's see how this goes." And they're zooming through it. Like they are solving puzzles left, right, and center, like on the ball. And I was like, "I guess they finally figured it out." It takes some time, but eventually you get everything in order, all your ducks are in a row, and you figure out all the puzzles. And then halfway through the room, they disagree on how to do a puzzle and burst into the biggest argument I have ever seen. She revealed that it was her birthday and he was yelling at her about how to do the puzzle his way. And she was like, "You always do this. Every time we do an escape room, it turns into this. I don't know if we can even do this anymore." And I wasn't sure if they were talking about the room.
Or themselves.
And what was crazy is he was so sure that he was right that while they were arguing, he was still trying to solve puzzles in the middle of the argument. And he was so wrong. She was right the entire time.
Beautiful.
He was so wrong. We can see and hear them because they have cameras and microphones,
Yeah,
but you could also hear them without the microphone.
yeah. Mute it.
And so they didn't get out. They never, got back. I had to go in at the end and be like, "Do you guys have a good time? I couldn't hear you, obviously." It, it's the best part about working there is I saw a couple crumble in real
Like,
time.
and so what that insinuates is that that's what's happened every single time. It's that they are incredibly smart, but then as soon as they have opposing ideas on a puzzle, it collapses. It collapses. Or what I want to believe is that this couple does this for fun. And they know you're listening. And they know you're hearing them. And it's just a game. It's just a game for these guys.
It's like
To
their
pretend break
version
up.
of voyeurism is going to
Yeah.
escape rooms and making people watch them break up.
That's funny to me.
You should try that. I mean, you're in a relationship right now. It's healthy enough that you could pretend to break up and still be fine.
Yeah, well, actually, we would get a really good kick out of that. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I've always wanted to have an organized public argument because there's nothing worse than being yelled at in public by your significant other. Like that's just don't do that. Get out of there. Get out of the situation. But like if it was kind of planned, that'd be kind of awesome.
Does
think.
it have to be with your significant other, or should we do this?
We could stage it. It doesn't matter. They don't know.
I think we could pull it off. What would we be arguing about?
It has to be something very domestic. It has to be, so let's go shopping, right?
Sure.
We go shopping. And we just have a disagreement on what we're buying. Or one of us is spending too much. Sam, you're spending too much money. You make radio money 1 year. 1 year, your radio paycheck comes in, and you're just wasting all our bills away.
And so I'm like trying to get like the nice granola bars instead of the no-name one.
You can't. You're buying Nature Valley. You know we have to go with the oh wows. I don't know.
It's not my fault that I like nice things. I don't feel like I should be punished for this.
But I feel like you're looking at the calories, not the price. Because you're trying to go low calorie, but that means high price.
What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I want to live a long life with you. Is that such a big mistake that I've made?
Well, you're the one who's deciding that it's going to be a long life. Because what's wrong with short and sweet? What's wrong with short and sweet?
Look, I know you like Sabrina Carpenter. I see you liking her Instagram posts. I'm not blind.
Well, first and foremost, not my type. I like them tall and mean. Second of all, that's why I'm dating you. That's why I'm dating you.
Okay. You want to go into why you're dating me? You were bored. Be honest. Be honest. 4 years ago,
fun.
you were bored, and now we're here, and this is what we're doing. And so you can draw the line at granola bars like a big strong man. Ooh, big strong man. But I want nice things.
Yeah. Chocolate covered? That's not a granola bar anymore, okay? Just because there's granola in it doesn't mean it's a granola bar if there's chocolate surrounding it and chocolate chips inside of it. It's a chocolate bar with granola.
If I wanted to eat cardboard, I would eat cardboard. It's pretty easy to find. I see the Amazon packages. They're coming in. You're spending money somewhere.
Yeah, to look nice for you.
Okay. I never asked you to wear a crop top.
That was for me.
Oh, that one was for you?
And now this feels like body shaming.
Oh, we're going there. You were yelling at me about calories earlier, but yeah, we can go to body shaming now.
I'm not counting, but 2,000 in the morning is a lot.
And then that's when John Hamm comes in and he's like, "You should have skipped it." And
You
it turns out this whole thing was a skip the dishes commercial.
Just like right now, I'd like to say that our first sponsor is Skip the Dishes.
Should have skipped it. Didn't have to have this argument.
You should have skipped it.
I think we could get this to... I mean, like, John Hamm's just, like, making Skip the Dishes commercials for, like... It's been, like, what, 8 years now?
It's really crazy that he is just the Skip... I keep thinking they're going to get rid of him. He keeps coming back.
You know what it is? They don't have Skip the Dishes in America. So Americans are still like John Hamm, the guy from Mad Men, whereas he just kind of poisoned Canada. I think we definitely know people who only know John Hamm
as the
Skip the Dishes. Yeah, definitely. They think he's the same as the A&W guy. Just passionate about the product.
The A&W guy's legacy, and he does that. I believe he cares because I think that A&W guy, his entire house is A&W money. John Hamm is coming to Canada to do Skip the Dishes on a lark.
Yeah, he like wants a new boathouse, so he's like, new run of Skip the Dishes commercials, guys. That's how we're getting this boathouse built.
That's kind of the ideal. What's your ideal ad? Because like my ideal ad is absolutely something food related, but not like a factor. I don't want to do a meal kit.
I well, as you know, I was very upset when Elon Musk did his whole bit wearing the hat on the hat because I'm trying to become the carrot
That's
top
your
of
thing.
hats.
Yeah, that's your thing.
And so I think if I could work with a hat company, like if I could work with lids and they
Oh,
just
Liz,
supply
that's
me
you.
with caps,
That's you.
I would be
Yeah, yeah.
so happy and I would, never have to worry about my hairline again
Are you worried about your hairline?
every day.
Every day? Show me. Get your hairline check. Hairline check. You're good.
Do
You
you know?
got years
No,
on
but
you.
I do. But you know what's the thing that I did recently? That's
Oh, it's
like
not.
so embarrassing that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm 24. There are photos on my phone of the top of my head because I grabbed it and I was like, "Is it thinning up there?
Oh,
Like,
you're
is
looking for the
it?"
thinning. You're
There's
looking
like
for
a
the
bunch.
thinning.
I'm like in at work, being like, I can do other
You
stuff right
checking it?
now. What's
You
going
can't
on?
think about
Is
it.
it
You
good?
can't
Is
thinking
it
about
good?
it. I'll check for you, like a chimpanzee.
Hold on. Let
Like
me do head down.
yeah, head down, head down. I'll get
I
you.
can't
Hold on,
see. You have to. You let me know.
hold on. No, you're good.
We're
See,
good.
everybody's got that spot. It's like where the hair's coming out. You know what I mean? It's like where the roots meet. Everyone's got that spot. You're chilling.
Yeah. But
You're
you saw
chilling.
the
You're good.
spot. You
Yeah,
know
well,
why
I
the
gotta talk to you.
photos exist.
At work, the cameras, when you're at the safe, the cameras are on the back of your head, and every time I look at the monitor, because it's right there, and I just see the bald spot, and it looks worse than it is,
Mm.
unless it's bad. But like, it looks worse, and I'm
Dawson,
like, oh my god,
There's only one way to find out. Head down.
you gonna check me? You gonna
Yeah.
check me?
Oh, you're looking great. You're looking full
See,
and luscious.
see. I actually, I'm unfortunately I'm a wealthy man in my hair, in that I have to ask a barber to thin my hair. Isn't that that's a wealthy man's problem in
That
hair.
is insane.
Can you take some off? Can you make it thinner for me?
Do you ever just see a dad while you're asking that question, like punch a wall in
God.
the barber shop?
Every single, as you know, in the community theater scene, there's a lot of older men and women. And when I say older, it can range from 30 to 70,
Mhm.
right? Because honestly, yeah, the numbers change. 30 isn't old. That's like actually quite the young man in a community theater space. So most of the guys I'm working with right now are in their 60s.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, oh, my hair's so thick, as a complaint, because I'm awful. Um, they're like, I hate you and I hope you die, you stupid young one.
I think you earned that. I think when you're going around being like, "Oh, my hair's too thin
Oh,
and my
my
dick's too hard.
luscious
It's just too much for
locks.
me."
Yeah.
Okay,
You
that's
guys
the
ever hurt
episode.
because you're. Yeah.